Alright, so after a fun layover in Ethiopia, I just got to Namibia earlier today, picked up my rental car, did some grocery shopping, and now I'm going to show you this cool rental car, because what else is there? Look at this absolute unit. Well, that's awkward. We've even got some camping supplies and a refrigerator in the back. Check out our little refrigerator here. Filled with all sorts of fun things. Yeah. Alright, brand new day. I was gonna spend today in Windhoek, but I couldn't really find that much to do, so I decided I'm gonna drive to the national park and find a campground whenever I get there. It's like a 4-hour drive. It's like a United States interstate so far, so it's fairly easy. Nothing crazy to talk about, but fun stuff so far. Well, I'm in the national park now. I don't know if you can tell by the traffic jam we got. These traffic jams are getting ridiculous. They're everywhere.
raw ke akhirnya beza tahu itu kan waktu bergama hat tim
Ni bara mi atara ki tuku kan mi abi.
Ma ba na wad la ji so bi mu pamal ngo ta.
sana ko gele khunda ke share kan ko ne sana kare
En ke baisa na daga beslit ban ya. Ora dem gidan ayi da grawo. O mai bi ti da grawo sin ma na ku da
mata di nyama
Sebagian sih. Kopinya beli kasih ubi ke ira ke yang aku beli. Tuh yang beli.
nice pools maybe if you want a view nice pools down there
Okay. So I've decided to go to the seal colony. There's a couple of them here, maybe like 3 or 4. I don't know. Just a few. Just, you know, 1 or 2 of the guys really. Just, you know, not that many. A little disappointed. I thought, you know, I'd see a few more seals than this, but and here we are. Just, you know, I had a hard time finding them. I mean, it's crazy. So cold! So cold! Just entered the Skeleton Coast National Park. We'll update when things are to be seen.
a bit wet, the sand there. So she's battling to get through the wet crust. That's why I broke the sand up.
Is
What
that
is-
why the skin is so serrated and sharp
It's
to
also,
help her
yeah,
dig?
yeah. It's just, normally if the sand was dry, it's just chuk 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 and it's gone. But it's because it's trying to get through that wet crust that it's battling a bit. Smelling now with the tongue, so it knows we're here. It wants to get more information. So to get more information, it takes a sample of the air with the tongue.
Now, Robert, you must be thinking, sure, you've climbed Mount Brandberg and Kilimanjaro, but even for you, this isn't a whole lot of hiking on a trip. Well, as it turns out, there's not many hiking trails in Namibia because, you know, there's a lot of animals that want to kill you. So, obviously, I've gone out and searched for one of the only places in the entire country that has some decent hiking trails, and it has two. One's like 5 miles long, and one's like 11 miles long. Today I'm doing the 5-mile one, camping here, and then tomorrow I'm doing the 11-mile one, because I gotta get every last bit that I can. But so far, just from the drive in, this place is pretty cool. I don't know if you could tell by all the mountains and stuff around me. And apparently there's not too many dangerous animals here other than the leopards, but they don't really come out until nighttime. So me and my giant cookie here going on a hike. It's gonna be great. So, I'm not sure if I'm on the trail anymore. It's really cool, but the trail seems to either have gotten overgrown or I'm using some sort of animal trail that's like vaguely following it, because on all trails, the trail's like 50 feet that way. But in real life, I see a kind of a trail in front of me, and I don't see anything up that way. So, doing good. Alright, so I was right. I ended up way off trail somehow. I was like all the way down there. So I started backtracking and I found a way up. And now I found I am on the right track. Thank God. I was a little concerned I was going to have to just give up and go back to the truck because I couldn't figure out how to go. But back on track. Let's go. So, this hike, it's only made me disappointed that Namibia doesn't have more hiking trails. This is amazing. Like, going on 3 hikes in this country. The first one was awesome. This one's awesome. I'm sure the next one's gonna be awesome, and I wish I could do 40 more of them because they're all awesome. Such a cool place. That was fucking terrifying. There's like literally nowhere to put your feet. Just these tiny little... So early on in the trip, I had an egg break. Okay. It kind of smells in the refrigerator because of that, because it's in there. My pasta that I had, which is basically my only food, broke open and dumped inside of the refrigerator because I just put it in the refrigerator so I can just store everything in one place. So what do I have for dinner, you might ask? Well, I have jelly, a can of corn, half a jar of peanut butter, and apple cider. I'm gonna eat like a frickin' king, let me tell you. New day, doing the Waterkloof Trail. Conveniently starts and stops at the campsite, and hopefully it's as cool as yesterday's was, because yesterday's trail was amazing. Apparently it takes 5 to 6 hours to complete, so let's see. Got nothing but peanut butter getting me going, so hopefully it's a fun day. tree is that? What? So 6:30 in the morning at this national park that I can't say the name of, but I'll let you know later. Going to a dune called Dune 45, and apparently the gates open right at 6:30, and I just happened to wake up at this time. But there is a literal like chain of rental pickup trucks all heading towards the same dune at the same time because everybody wants to get there at sunrise. I didn't really care, I just woke up, so I figured I may as well go. But it's kind of funny. I mean, there's 30 of them. It's amazing. The road got sandy. And I didn't deflate the tires at all. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just following all the other trucks. I had to pass one because he like stopped, and I was like, I'm not stopping in the sand. That's a terrible idea. So this is the destination. I don't know what's special about this particular dune, but I'll take it. There's a bunch of people here. Which means that there has to be something cool, right? Not sure if I talked about this or not already, but in the video that I made in Hawaii, whenever I complained about my foot hurting, as it turns out that I have tendonitis in my Achilles tendon. So that's fun, right? So obviously, what do? You rest, you elevate it, use compression and ice. No, you don't do any of that. You go climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and then the tallest mountain in Namibia. And then you go hiking and climb some sand dunes. And anyway, so my tendon hurts and it's really hot. My campsite's already, I'm already here. So I'm staying at the same one 2 nights in a row, which is in this national park. So I just found a nice shady tree and parked under it, and I opened the tailgate and I got myself some apple juice and just hanging out. It's weird. I never do this, and it's kind of nice. Also, this is elm dune. It's covered in plants, which is kind of weird, but kind of cool. Look at this lovely place that I'm at, because the truck broke. Intercooler pipe came off, and I don't have a screwdriver. So there's no turbo, so truck no go. It kind of runs, and I could probably continue driving it, but I'd like to come up with a solution for this so I have more than 4 horsepower, because it won't go more than 40 miles per hour like this. So, that's fun. I'm gonna find something to use as a screwdriver. Well, an Iceman stopped and let me use a screwdriver, and I got it fixed, and then it blew off again, maybe 200 feet down the road, and I slipped it back on now, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm just gonna keep driving with it blown off if it does it again, because I have no other ideas. I don't have cell service, so I can't call the rental car people and be like, hey, fix this. Fuck. Update. I made it to a gas station. Looks like a nice place. They're gonna give me a screwdriver, so I'm gonna probably get some food and stuff here, because that seems like the right thing to do. I found another piece that couples everything together. I don't think it was aligned correctly the first time I tightened everything back down, so hopefully I can get this on, go take it for a little test drive, and then get some food and not have to worry about this. Hopefully. This is the piece right here. You can see it goes on the end. I don't know if that was in place, but it's covered in oil, so that's great. Fuck this truck. Update. Found a broken connector, which goes into there, and the wires are right there. And I just ripped them out whenever it blew off. So, not sure what we're doing about that yet. Back on the road. We kind of just ghetto taped the wires back in. I don't think they're actually making contact with anything, but it made the guys there feel better. The guy made a joke. He's like, all right, that'll be $100 grand. And I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to actually give you money or not. So I gave them 90 Namibian dollars, because I'm trying to keep one of each type of bill. And, yep. So, I don't know. He seemed excited about it and then ran off. So that's cool. Yeah. Going to this castle thing that I keep seeing signs for that I have no idea what it is. That'll be fun. It's 20 minutes away, so let's just baby steps. If the truck makes that, then we've got 5 hours to go. So made it to the castle. Road to get here was weird. 2 cars here, both maintenance trucks. I'm the only person here. Castle's really small. Take some videos, take some pictures, and then I'm leaving. But I feel like it was worth the 10-minute detour. They offered to let me take a tour of the inside, but it was you had to pay for it, and it was cash only, and I I have some cash, but I'm afraid to spend it because I don't have a lot left, so I decided not to. It wasn't that spectacular looking anyway, so I'm not really feeling like I'm missing out on much. I just figured it was worth the 15-minute detour to see what it was, because I couldn't look it up or anything because I don't have cell service. But now we're off to the Fish River Canyon, getting there a full hour and a half after I thought we were supposed to, because of the breakdown incident. This road is ridiculous. I don't know if you can tell by the amount of movement that I'm doing. There's another car. Yeah, fun stuff. Fish River Canyon time. 4.5 hours to go. Yay. Truck's broken again. This time I haven't slowed down at all. I'm in 4th gear, foot to the floor, staying around, I don't know, 100. The next town is in 50 kilometers. I've sort of had cell service, and I'm trying to get the car rental people to send somebody out to look at it or something that actually has tools that can fix the stupid thing. We'll see. We just dropped down to 90 kilometers per hour, still full throttle. It's really dependent on hills. This sucks. So I made it to the canyon, got an ice cream. And I'm not going to say that I exceeded any speed limits or anything, but I will say that Google Maps said 2.5 hours from where I was, and it took an hour and 20 minutes. So we went fast, and it was good, and the truck's still working, and I got, I don't know, over an hour before it gets dark, and I've got like 3 hours tomorrow morning, so it's going to be lit, fam. So there's a little 4x4 trail that you can drive down to go look at the canyon. And could you imagine forgetting your parking brake? We're coming here at night, not noticing that there's a cliff. That'd be death. Also, there's a hiking trail here. It's 80 kilometers. Which is 50 miles for us Americans, and it says 5 days, 4 nights to do it, and I could totally do that in 2 days and 1 night. If I really wanted to hurt myself, maybe a day. Probably not. But I didn't know about it. I totally had the time to come here and do this hiking trail. It would have been really cool. I could have hiked the entire Fish River Canyon, but no. Instead, I just hung out in the sand dunes and watched Netflix yesterday. Smart choices. Smart choices. So I'll be completely honest. I was slightly underwhelmed by the canyon with the viewpoint and everything, and I was like, well, I'll drive down the stupid little 4-wheel drive road, whatever. You get to the end of the road, and I don't quite understand why they didn't build the little like benches and stuff here, because it is amazing. I mean, it's no Grand Canyon, but it's the closest thing I've ever seen. The gate doesn't open until 7:30, and me being whatever the hell I am, woke up at 5:30, so I packed up all the tents and stuff, and I figured I'd go on a little exploration. And there was another road that I saw yesterday that it was too dark to go down, so I figured, let's go look at it. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool place. So, I was under the impression that I could make a COVID test appointment up until 4 o'clock. I tried to get one for 6, and the lady responded by saying that they close at 2. So, my current ETA to get there is 2:09, and it's 520 kilometers away, and I have 519 kilometers of range. So I have to do this very careful balance of speeding just enough to get there on time, but not too much to where I use too much fuel and have to stop for gas. This is a fun game that I've decided to play. Wish me luck. We'll update as time goes on. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, by the way. This is a 5-hour drive. So I wanted to make stops and stuff along the way. I thought I had plenty of time. Nope, none of that. So I guess I'm hanging out in Windhoek for the evening. But I'm glad I made it to the canyon, and I'm glad I drove around and did some stuff this morning. Good enough.